Hello everyone, this is the recording for week 4. The required reading this week are chapters 7 and 8. The discussion is on using cascading style sheets. The week 4 assignment is on using HTML file semantic elements, and the week 4 midterm is using tables. For the discussion, what are the benefits of using cascading style sheets on a website? Specify how cascading style sheets are used on a website. Try to add points not discussed by other students and provide specific examples. The initial is due Wednesday, at least one APA formatted reference. Remember, I check the references with the tip sheet, so make sure you check that before you post your initial post. 3 replies are due by Sunday. The week 4 assignment can be found on page 361 in chapter 7 of the textbook. It's due Sunday at 11:59 p.m. You're going to open the apply 07 HTML file. So this is how it looks before you've done anything. This is how it's going to look when you're done. So open the 07 in your text editor, such as Notepad++. And I've opened those. Let's see. You're going to add your name here at the top with today's date or the date that you're working on it. Then you're also going to add your name in the footer down here. So that part is going to show up on the web page down here, right here. So let's go back. And then in the HTML, oh, I did that part already. And then in the style sheet, you're going to again modify to include your name. So here at the top, you're going to put your name there. And this is the checklist for the assignment, and there's 7 points apiece. So because it's worth 70 points. So make sure you do each thing. Okay, so then you're going to go back to the HTML file and add a section element. So if we go back to the XTML, you're going to add a section element within the main. So here's the main. Inside these two, you add your section element. And it's like section. Then inside the section is where you add the article elements. And the article elements, if we go to the book, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Nope, that's week 3. Oh, first you're going to add a heading in your section element, and that's the heading. And then you're going to add the articles. And those all go within the section, which is within the main. And then you're going to add the aside. Now on mine, I'm showing that it already has the aside. And I think it's just the styling of it that makes it come out right in the web page. So that's kind of like a freebie for you. I don't think they meant to do that, but they did. So that's the way it goes. So we talked about the aside. Let's see what's next. Then you're going to create the style rules. You're going to have one for the section, one for the article, and one for the aside. And if we go to the style sheet, you're going to add it down here. Oops. Yep. After the footer, you're going to add your rules, and the rules are shown in the book for each one. So you have a style rule for section, for article, and for aside. So those are all in there. Then you're going to add a comments. So if we go back to the file, you see that each thing is commented. So then when you add each section, style for article, style for aside, whatever it is, make sure you add the comments. Then you're going to validate your HTML file and validate your CSS file. And you're going to submit those two files. And you submit them the way they come. So they come with an apply and a CSS folder, and inside that is the CSS. So you're gonna use send me all of that. You can just compress the apply folder, and then you'll be set to go. There aren't any images to worry about this time. Now the midterm is not a typical midterm. It's not questions and answers and everything. It's a chapter. In chapter 8, it's on page 415. It's due Sunday at 11:59. You're going to open your HTML file and you're going to modify the comments. Now, this is how the web page looks when you first get it, before you've done anything. This is how it's supposed to look. So that's what we are doing. We're getting that ready. So if we go back to that file, that's the HTML. You're going to add your name at the top and be sure to add your name in the footer. And then you do the same for the CSS file. You add your name. And then let's see. Okay, first thing we're going to do is in the, you're going to add a table element within the main, which is basically table. And it's going to go between the two mains. And then after you do that, you're going to add a caption, which is caption 2017 sales quarter. So it's going to look like that. And it goes right after the first table. Then you're going to add elements to the table, within the table element. So it's going to go after caption, and let's go to the directions. Let's see. Let's go to midterm. So after the caption, you're going to start with the TR, and you're going to add all of this code within the table before the final table is closed. And that's all within the main. And then you're going to do the style rules in the CSS file. So the CSS file ends with the footer. So after the footer, you're going to add the style rules for table element, table borders, table data, and caption. And they're all added after the footer. You also want to do the comments. So for instance, you could call it a style rule for the table element, or the table border, or whatever. Validate your two files. Then you're going to submit the two. Again, you're going to submit it the way it comes with the little folder. So just zip the apply folder for chapter 8 with the changes you've made, and you'll be good to go. And that will be the end of week 4. If you have any questions, as you can see on the assignments, I did not require the final step, step 12, or step 14 in the week 4 assignment. So those are the requirements for this week. If you have any questions, just give me a call. That's all I have.